Good afternoon. I want to share with you guys an insightful incident that took place in my cute little life yesterday. And before I give you the incident, I'd like to share with you the context behind this. So, I've been listening to this book called The How to Play the Game of Life. Amazing book, extremely insightful. It's not the type of book you listen to once only or you read once. You've really gotta pay attention, and it's definitely, I'm definitely gonna have to listen to it again. You can find it on YouTube. Just type in "How to Play the Game of Life" audiobook. It's for free to listen to. It's on this channel called the Master Key Society. They just provide these free to listen to audiobooks. Great channel. They have really amazing occult wisdom type books. This is one of them. The book is about the power of the mind, the power of our words, the power of our consciousness. And there was a story there of a woman whose husband left her for another woman. So she was really upset at the woman, and she really was resentful of the woman whom her husband is now seeing, is now with. He left her for another woman. So, she goes to her friend. She has a friend. She's a wise friend. And she goes to her, says, "Hey, look, I'm really resentful of this woman. I mean, she stole my husband from me. I'm angry at her. I'm frustrated with her. I resent her. I hate her." So this wise woman tells her, "Well, why don't you bless her? Why don't you just go into your heart, go into your meditation, go into your prayer, and just bless her. Just send her love, send her blessings. You'll free her, you'll free yourself, you'll be better for it." Of course, the woman, upon hearing this message, didn't right away do this. Of course, she had to, go into her space and really, really, really release the resentment. But once she was able to release the resentment, she felt liberation. Like, she's like, "Wow, I feel so free. I feel so liberated." And before you know it, she met a man of her own, a man that was a perfect match for her. So I listened to this. I'm like, that's pretty cool. It's like, I guess that's what Jesus meant when he said, hate the sin, love the sinner, or something, right? Meaning, love everybody, even if they're sinning, fight the sin, stand up against the sin, but love the sinner. Now, sin means to miss the mark. If you're a sinner, you missed the mark. So yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna try that sometime. So what do you know? I had the opportunity yesterday. It was Saturday. Now, what happens here almost every Saturday, or on average, I would say every other Saturday, we have a neighbor here. He has a music band. He plays this reggae music, right? We've got a lot of hippies around here. And so it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. On pretty much all, like, especially nighttime, it's super quiet, super dark, right? That's the neighborhood, that's the house. God bless. See, send blessings to where we are. Bless this neighborhood, bless this house. And it's pretty quiet, on the vast majority. Like, I've been here now a year and a half, and maybe out of all that, maybe like a total of 30 nights, maybe less. I'm probably over exaggerating here, or overestimating is the word. But you get my idea. Maybe only 30 nights where there was some noise. Our neighbor here plays music. He has a music band from about 6 p.m. till about 9 p.m., sometimes 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is on average. They play their music. So 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. they play the music. Not every Saturday, every other Saturday, every third Saturday. So I know I'm rambling too much here. Let me get to the point. I don't like it. Okay, I just don't like it. In fact, one time they threw a party here on the solstice, the summer solstice, and I was so upset because they kept playing music until so late. I was so upset that in my anger, I went down to him and I was like, you should stop the music, blah, 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 right? And he didn't stop the music. and I was just left feeling silly and angry, right? I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, right? Every other Saturday or so. It's not a big deal, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. But nevertheless, I like the quietness. I like to meditate in the evening. I like to spend time with my lady. We like the quiet here. We like the peace. So I, I was just started meditating as he started playing the music last night. And I could feel the frustration and the anger arise. Then I remembered what I had listened to in the same day yesterday from the book about blessing people whom you may feel some resentment towards, some frustration, some anger, right? So as I feel this anger arise, because I get an anger problem, right? I'm like, oh, let me try that thing with the blessing. So I'm like, I'm meditating, right? So bless you, bless you, bless you, my neighbor, bless you, bless everything you do. I hope you're having fun with what you're doing with your band. Bless you, bless you, bless you. And I went on about my meditation. It wasn't the best of meditations, right? It was like pretty nosy. Then went on about the evening, went to see my lady. We started talking. It was still early on the night, 8. I looked at the clock, it was 8:25. So, me and my lady started talking. And before you know it, there's no more music, right? There's just no more music. Now that's early. They don't usually stop at 8:30. I think they usually, on average, will stop at 10. Last Saturday they were here too, and they stopped at 10. And usually, rarely will they stop before 10. I mean, I think the earliest they ever stopped, and that's infrequent, is at 9, right? That's the earliest, but that's infrequent. What do you know? 8:30, right? 8:30. They stop the music. Now you may listen to this and think, well, that's insignificant. I mean, so what, right? No, not so what. This was a sign from God, because God is watching us. When we begin to pursue wisdom and hear wisdom and act and integrate wisdom in our life and act upon it, we are essentially in direct communication with God, and God's sending us messages. So I took this as a clear message from God to continue to do that, to continue to bless those whom I may feel some kind of anger, some kind of frustration towards. Now, my neighbor is a very nice guy, but when that music starts playing, I feel frustration, anger towards him. Like, why don't you play during the day? Right? And I took this as a clear sign from God, right? From the gods, from all the different aspects of God, to bless everyone, really. Bless thy enemy. Bless, I mean, he's not my enemy, but in this case he is. Whenever he's playing the music, he takes on the role of my enemy. Okay? So, bless thy enemy. I took this as a direct sign, like, okay, maybe next Saturday he'll play the music, I'll bless him, and he's not gonna stop at 8:30. He's gonna continue until 10, the usual time. That's okay. That's not my concern here. But I don't find this to be a coincidence that I listened to this on the same day, and that I remembered what I had listened to in the book, and I actually integrated it, and well, a pleasant surprise. Especially when you do something, not because I did not want anything back. I didn't say, this is the key, this is really the key, right? I did not bless the man hoping or expecting that he would stop playing the music early or stop playing the music instantly. I didn't do that. I just did it out of my goodwill. It's really just the goodwill of my heart. And when we do that, this was according to what I listened to in the book, but your own experience validates that. God surprises us with pleasant surprises. That was a pretty pleasant surprise, right? That was a pretty pleasant surprise. Now, I may bless him next Saturday when I inevitably feel that frustration and anger arise again, because I like my quiet and I like my peace. And he may not stop until 10. But that was for me just because there's nothing by accident, no coincidence, no such thing. Just because it all happened in one day, I listened to that message that I needed to listen to. I remembered it, I integrated it. God surprised me with a very pleasant surprise. Really, it's very pleasant. I took this as a sign. I'm like, you know what? Yes, just continue to bless people, continue to bless that enemy, continue to bless people whom you resent, I don't hate anyone. Hate is too strong. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate the elites. I don't hate Billy Boy. I don't hate anyone. But if you hate someone, great, that's the same message. But if you just resent someone, you're angry with someone, I took this as a sign. I took this as a message to bless all beings. You know, what you bless blesses you. Bless those whom you resent, bless those whom you love, bless those whom you feel pleasantness around, and bless those whom you feel unpleasantness around. And there were several other stories told in this book. Like there was another story of this woman. I think she had a coworker. I believe it was a coworker or someone, and she always had unpleasant feelings toward her. I think it was a coworker. Let's just go with that. She always had unpleasant interactions with this coworker. Always unpleasant vibrations. Always like tension. And then she was told by her wise friend, like, "Hey, you know, why don't you just send this person love? Why don't you just send them love? Why don't you just bless them?" And when that person was actually deeply inside of them, was able to just like bless her coworker, like just bless her, like just feel good towards her, she went to work the next day and she was surprised of how warm her coworker was to her and how pleasant the interaction was. So it's true, man. It's true. When you hear shit like this and you integrate this into your life, you try this shit out, you bless people, not because you want anything back from them, not because you want something to happen, just because it is the right thing to do. Okay, let's just be honest here. It is the best thing to do in any situation. What happens is you'll be pleasantly surprised. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what God throws your way. But only and only if you do it from a pure heart, not because of like you want something to come back to you, not because you want a good outcome to come back to you. Because if you do, God senses the impurity of your actions and then you don't get the rewards. It's a paradox. You only get rewarded if you don't want to get rewarded. It's a paradox, man. It's a paradox. So I'm gonna continue every Saturday when I feel this inevitable resentment arise towards my neighbor. Because come on, bro. Just play during the day. Why do you have to do it during the evening? Right? It's a pretty peaceful environment. Why do you have to do it? But I'm going to continue to bless him. And not because I want him to stop playing early. You know, he can play until 10. He can play until 11 even. Okay, whatever. Right? I'll suck it up. It's once a week. It's not even every week. I'd say on average it's like every other week. Right? Sometimes it's like it happens 3 weeks in a row and it doesn't happen for like another 3 weeks. Well, I'll just suck it up. Okay? I'll suck it up and I'll bless him without any expectations of good outcomes. And then it's a paradox, because if you do it from a pure heart, then you'll just have nice pleasant surprises come to you. Okay, so I just wanted to share this incident with you. If you're interested in the book, just type in How to Play the Game of Life by the Master Key Society is the YouTube channel. I don't know who the book is by. Okay, if you like this channel and you want to donate, you got a couple of $1 million hanging around, right? I'm not expecting you. I make these videos without any expectations. I mean it. But if you wanna, you wanna give me a couple of $1 million, I'll take that off your hands with great gratitude and great blessings. And yeah, I also do one-on-one consultations. If you want to book a call, it's down below in the description. All the links down below in the description. God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video.